We're back. Just uploaded the video. Haven't even checked it yet. Whoa. We've gained 16 subscribers in like an hour and a half. It has 3,000 views, which is a lot for right now. I do want to say thank you to anybody that signed up for Patreon. You don't even know how helpful it is. You probably don't, because you guys are thinking, oh, it's $1 or $2. Somebody cheated the system the other day. You know who you are. And you somehow pledged $20, and I've seen that before. I thought I made it so that couldn't happen. But you cheaters. But the thing I look for first has 52 comments. That's cool. I read every comment. Metal detect that kitchen floor before you cover it. Mary, you know I will. Maybe I'll do it today. Look at this stuff. This is rebar, new rebar. It's like a new product. It's very light. It's pink, and apparently it's made from recycled material. It's the same price as normal rebar. When you touch it, you don't get rusty. That's amazing. Got that for a specific reason. Now, these are what I'm going to use for the new braces. The new braces underneath my main beams. 4x6 pressure treated beams. They're only going to be 4 to 2 feet long, because I'm going to cut them down. I was going to get 6x6s. Old Lucas would have bought 6x6s. But new Lucas is a little freaked out about the price of lumber. And so, new Lucas tries to shop a little smarter. I bought this sonnet tube stuff for my forms. I figured, you know how easy this is going to be? I need 6 of them. I'm going to cut these down. And you put them in the ground, you fill them with concrete. That's so much easier than me trying to make forms. This little box right here is worth about $200. Really strong structural screws, Simpson strong tie, T-brackets, and Simpson strong tie brackets to put your new posts in the concrete. This right here, I needed sawhorses. That'd be cool if that would have worked. Ow. What do you got? Wow, they're adjustable? That's cool. You just put a 2x4 in there. Oh my gosh. I love the adjustability, honestly. That is so cool. And then you've got a table. What a perfect segue to mention today's sponsor. And they've been a sponsor before. Oh, that's heavy. I would like to introduce to you the AC200 from Bluetti. One of the biggest portable power boxes that you can find in today's market. This is a beast. Now, we've done this video before. This is actually the 5th ones of these that I have received. I said yes to this one for one specific reason. I've always wanted one of these that is powerful enough to possibly run the chop saw. This AC200 Bluetti right here can do 2,000 watts. And it's a 2,000 watt hour battery, which is massive, 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 massive. I would assume this could run my fridge. If we lose power, you plug a fridge in, you're talking hours and hours and hours of not worrying about everything going bad in your fridge. On top of that, you know, we've got the 12 volt thing. I think it comes in handy for camping. DC outputs, again, more, you know, very specialized things plug in there. I mean, most of us care about these, just regular 120 volt plug-ins. Now, there's 6 of them here. That's so many. I think the other ones I have, the most is like 3. So double. You can plug a lot of things in. And then we got the USBs. You got 4 USBs. And then a really nice 60 watt, which I think it looks to be a micro C, I think is what they call that. iPhones and stuff, you can get really fast charging. Oh, not to mention, 2, not 1, you know, because 1 wouldn't be enough. 2 wireless charging ports that work. And then this is touchscreen, little fancy, but these things are AC. So we're gonna go AC off. It's off right now. It's always off when you first turn it on. And then we're gonna go AC on. To run stuff like my chop saw or my table saw, the little job site table saw, it would be incredibly convenient. Not necessarily for this edition, because I do have power. I have 1 power cord that I run from the other side of the house. But, you know, like when I was building the kids' tree house and I had all my tools out there, I had to run a 400 feet of extension cord, which is not good for your tools. And no, I probably couldn't run my table saw and the chop saw at the same exact time, but I table saw, chop saw at the same time very rarely. It's dangerous. That's a joke. You're not supposed to do. If it doesn't work, you'll know real quick because you'll get like an error beeping. 1,200 continuous watts is what that saw wants. And you can see it spiked over 2,000. I think this can go up to 2,400 for a very small amount of time before the error stuff kicks in. So yes, this is amazing. Now look, some of the ones that we've looked at before are very inexpensive compared to something like this. This is for people that are serious. This can run probably pretty much anything that you're bringing camping, anything that you're bringing on a boat. But they're not for everybody. They're very expensive. Now, we do live in an area where we lose power often. And so I have used these things on my fridges and my freezers. You know, I got a half a cow in a freezer down in the basement. And when we lost power, granted, we just kept it shut. And that worked for about 6 hours, but we were out of power for 14 hours. So then I plugged in one of our Bluettis and got that fridge back to temp. And I honestly believe that it saved the meat. You know, you're talking $1,300 worth of beef. But when you know you're gonna only lose power for like 3 or 4 hours and you just wanna keep things running the way they always have, you can't get better than this. This is it. That could be my opinion, but I feel like at this point I have 5 of these battery boxes because of YouTube. I use them all the time, and this is, I mean, it's heavy. This is, let me see. This is, I mean, that's gotta be 50, 60 pounds. If you live in an area that you lose power, you know, you get hurricanes, tornadoes, stuff like that, you can have one of these in your house. You can get solar panels to plug into this thing and charge it during the day and use it at night. It will run fans and LED lights all day long. It doesn't emit smells. It doesn't make any sounds. And it just works. Maybe a little crazy. You can't see me, but we wanted to kind of show you like this Bluetti. I got 4 things plugged into it right now. I think you could run these for 33 hours. Let's see what they look like in the back. I mean, we could be anywhere right now because you can't see where we are. The solar barn's to Sarah's right. Yeah.
Yay!
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, I think I've got one more spot I'd like to try, and it's a good example of being mobile.
Thank you, Bluetti!
Now, should we? Oh, did that drop?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
No.
I don't think so.
So this old piece of wood here, you know, obviously did its job, but it's also splitting like a piece of.
It looks like an axe hit it and split it.
It's splitting like a piece of firewood.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. That doesn't mean that it was gonna fail anytime soon. It's just this rock here.
That's a rock. Huh?
I expect treasure underneath it.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't. That's where I would hide treasure.
The rock is cool.
It's a big, nice flat rock. All right. Is that kind of coming up to where? Yeah. Cool. So how wide is this thing? And then I gotta mark 12. Oh wait, no, they're just gonna be exactly 12 inches. I need 4 of them.
I found another bone.
It's not a bone, is it? Oh, it is a bone.
Another one.
You found a whole bunch of bones underneath that?
No, it was next to it.
Well, that's not any better. That is not like a bone I've ever seen before.
It's the way you look
And you
at
kind of want it
me,
center. Yeah, that's good.
just as you're falling asleep, like it's already a dream. It's the way you held me near, like I was fighting your fears and holding back all your tears.
Like a knife?
A knife?
Is that like the weapon? With the
You
bones?
know,
What the heck?
times in
like
short
a lawnmower.
supply.
It's a 17th century lawnmower.
And I know it's not really goodbye. Be the smoke inside my lungs, quicksand so I can't run away, love. I want you to stay, love. Be the promise that I keep.
I don't feel like you're really putting a lot of care into that.
Daydreams when I can't sleep alone, love. I miss you in my bones, love. I miss you in my bones.
So we need to go like significantly over here.
Yeah.
It's the way you
It's just like so sandy.
I know.
I mean, that's
Oh,
nice.
how I always
Oh, you're throwing
agree.
it out of the hole. Fell it?
I don't know what
What do I do with the dirt? Just put it in another hole.
it's the way you say my name. You tell me that we're the same, and how I can't look away.
I think I'm gonna call it because it's like 6 o'clock. I've been moving since 8 o'clock this morning when I went and got some more cedar logs. This is way better than it was, way better. Which we wanted it better because we're adding a lot of weight to this floor. But we're also gonna have 2x10s. We're gonna have 3/4 inch plywood, and then 1/2 inch plywood, and then 1/2 inch cement board, and then our granite tile. With the in-floor heat, it's gonna be a 2-inch thick floor. I didn't pull it out on camera, but you can see how rotty the bottom of that is, because they just had that right in the dirt. So that's all rotten. So it wasn't really touching the ground at all. So you're not getting a lot of support with something like that.
You know the time's in short supply.
I think I'm set up. Might be a little difficult to hear me because I've got the heater going. I know it's really loud. I'm just thinking I want to try to keep it a little warmer over here while the concrete sets up. I'll show you the finished product as far as the piers go. 3 of them turned out exactly what I thought they would. 1 turned out a little but I'll show you. You know, it looks really silly because it's way off center, but that's just the way it had to be. I can't, with how close this beam is to the stone wall, I couldn't put a round thing and have that all be centered. I'll tell you, the brace that was there, like I said before, I think I said it, is it wasn't even on a rock down there. It was just literally on the dirt, and it was pretty much rotted away. So I know that that's better. I think that might be it. I'm tempted to cut the beams to the sizes that I know I need. I really shouldn't probably try to install them until the concrete's set up.
Walk, come walk with me. Feel the breeze, come walk with me. Oh, and dance, come dance with me. Shuffle your feet, come dance with me. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. When life, it gets you down, steals your crown, and breaks your will. Oh, I'll pick you up, brush off the dust, and hold you still. I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And go to sleep, my darling. Oh, the night is getting darker. You can dream about tomorrow. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And I will tell you when you're older how I love you just the same.
All right. Let's talk a little bit, because at the end of the video, I know only the good people are still here. I was going to do this completely different last week. I was going to pour footers, bigger footers, like I did on the other side, 2 foot by 2 foot by 1 foot. Those footers would have taken 7 bags of concrete each. I did some research. I found out that for what I'm doing, this is more than adequate. A 16-inch round footer that's 12 inches deep. As long as everything's nice and compacted. That probably goes with all footers. Make sure you're good and compacted. But anyways, the cost, right? Like you're talking 7, 14, 21, 28, 28 bags of concrete. I only used 10. That's a big savings. And then I was gonna use the steel columns for all of these. And the steel columns can hold, you know, ridiculous 40,000 pounds. They're adjustable. They're what all the cool people use. It's what I used on the other side of the house. Well, being a little more budget-minded than what maybe I used to be, I decided to use 6x6s. When I went to go buy the 6x6s, you know, they were $39 a piece for a 6x6x8. I would have needed 2 of them. And I hope I don't regret it, but I went with 4x6s instead, just because they were $18 a piece. I felt like that was a big difference. And I did some research on what a 4x4 or a 4x6 can hold, and what a 6x6 can hold. And really, in the realm of what I'm doing here, 3 4x6s is plenty. The old, I'm looking at it, I don't really want to get it because it's buried, but the old beam was smaller than this, only one of them in the middle. You all saw, I don't need to explain it. I think the moral of the story is like, I have to build a little more budget friendly. Hey, people are going to think you don't have pants on. She's putting a second pair of pants on.
2 pairs of pants.
I'm done.
Of course.
Sarah's just making dinner.
Oh,
Everybody wants to buy you a nice stove.
We had family chat.
Oh, family chat too?
Yeah.
You can be here for the fun part.
What's that? Stand on it?
Yeah.
Like, I bet I could do tricks on it.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not worried about the beam. I'm worried about you. The only balance beam thing I remember is when it was like the Olympics and it was a USA girl and she like broke her ankle or something and then still competed. Do you remember that? And
Yeah.
she like did this big flippy thing and dismounted and like landed on one foot, like because her other foot was like broken.
Yeah.
And then she won gold. That's probably in the 90s.
Because it balanced me out.
I weigh like 170. I mean, this is silly because we're gonna put like 10,000 pounds on this, but
Not on this.
no. That you know, in the end though, this does take all of the weight. All of those joists. Well, that's not true. Some joists go out to the walls. Do you need help getting down?
Last time you went to help me, you like yanked me.
I did not. You make up all these stories. That's good. And that one over there, like that's by far way better brace than it was.
It looks cool.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like all these metal things?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks.
It's very professional looking.
Yeah. So this is with this being done now, I can really prep and clean and get my whole outside perimeter ready. I can put my big 2x10s on each side here and start putting the floor joists in. I guess that's it for now.
I'm coming.
I think going forward, we're gonna get some plastic for the walls. And I gotta get the insulation from outside in here, the foam board that we're gonna put up on the outside of the walls. Yeah, well, if you're still here now, then you're really good. Because I probably just talked for a while. I won't put it all on the video. 22 minutes, yeah. Okay. That's it. Thanks for following along. Thanks for being here. Oh, geez. Thank you to all the people that signed up for Patreon. I know that I mentioned it, and that's, you know, I mean, most of you probably didn't know that I had it, so I guess it's a good thing that I mentioned it, but thank you. I hope that you didn't do it just because you thought I was, like, being whiny. I'm gonna go eat something and try to relax a little bit, and we'll see you all next time I turn the camera on. Have a good week.
Yeah. Oh, another one, Frosty? He loves high-fiving. How about you? How about Santa?
I feel like I'm off the hook for high fives forever. I'm just gonna keep these blown up in the house.
High five.